Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your girl Moni. I'm back again with another video. In this particular video, I'm going to be doing a review on American Horror Story Hotel, Season 5, Episode 7, and the title of this episode is called Flicker. And what basically happened in this episode, I'm not going to hold y'all for long, but what basically happened in this episode, we started off with two construction workers, was doing something, tearing walls down and all this other stuff. And basically, Valentino and Natasha, or is it Natasha? I'm going to say Natasha. That sounds better. Basically, Valentino and Natasha popped up the scene like, boom, guess who stepped in the room and attacked them and sucked them dry like they were lollipops. But we later found out those were the two that really did that. And now at this point, they were strangers, but I'm going to say Valentino and Natasha because I ain't got time to be going back and forth with this. But anyway, that's what happened, and we basically went like a whole bunch of years back to Countess, and she was a brunette child. Check the shade, honey. She was a brunette back in the day, and she was really, I mean, she's still graceful and beautiful and fluorescent, and she's still gorgeous, but she was really catching my eye with the brunette though. She looked fabulous. I can't. And she was basically talking to her friend, girl. Her friend got a big ass mouth, child. I would have punched her in the throat. I'm just saying. I would have, because I wouldn't be able to be around somebody who talks that much. It was so loud, child. Girl, bye. And so Countess they're basically auditioning to be extras in this movie with Valentino. And Countess basically is in love with Valentino, and he's basically her first love, and at least in her head. Like, she has so many deep feelings and love for this man, and later to find out he actually in a relationship. He's taken, basically. When she finds this out, she's like, wow, I'm really like, she was taken aback from the situation. And so she later finds this out, and then later on, him, Natasha, and Countess have a threesome or whatever the case may be. And god damn, what else happened? What else? I'm trying to remember, y'all. Let's see what else happened. They basically was like talking about that, and so basically, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. Valentino also is played by Tristan, who's also Finn from last week. When you guys remember when Finn was professing his love for Liz, oh my god, I'm still heartbroken from that. That was just, oh my god, crazy. But we basically find out why Countess is so heartbroken, and why she's so emotionless, why she doesn't care, why she doesn't show emotion even when she should show emotion, is because her first love, she basically got betrayed and lied to, and that turned her into a cold, heartless bitch. And you know what? I understand it. Countess isn't even a bad person. It's just that she has no emotions, and I completely understand. Love will do that to you. That's why you gotta be so careful who you love. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful. And then he basically invited her to dinner, and then at that point, that's when Countess figures out that he's in a relationship with someone, and she feeling a bit pressed, a bit salty, a bit jealous, but at the end of the day, they suck her dry, basically. They suck each other dry, because it got child honey. They had a threesome. And I was here for it, low-key. I was just like, oh my god, yes. Oh my god, I was like, Countess girl, Lady Gaga girl, you better get your coin. But anyways, they had a threesome, and they basically turned her into a vampire. Because basically, Valentino gave his ancient blood virus, to Natasha, and they both gave it to Countess so Countess could have everlasting life, so she couldn't, so she would be able to live forever. That's basically where that came from. And then they were, she was at the grand opening of the Hotel Cortez. Like, that was the grand opening. That's why the hotel was built or whatever. And then she learned that Valentino apparently died. But later on, this turned out to be fable. This turned out to be bullshit, basically. And she lost it. Like, she came out of the woodworks just crying her ass off. She was just about to kill herself because he was her first love. He was all that really truly mattered to her honestly and truthfully. And so she was about to just end it, and then JP March, he came out of the woodworks and saved her from it because she was about to kill herself. And he basically told her, I can make all your pain, your sorrow go away. He basically said, I'll marry you. You can have any riches you want. That was the basic type of situation that was happening. He basically was trying to buy her, and it worked. And, you know, even though she was heartbroken, I really do believe the only person that she truly loved ever was Valentino. Because she definitely didn't love March, and she let him know that. It was only about riches and money to her about that. And basically, he got her, I believe he got her pregnant. I mean, that baby she had was fucked up. I mean, I'm just saying it was. You know, and she basically let him know she was never in love with him, but it was only about the money. Like I said, it was only about the money. And he basically took a dead hobo to her, and she basically told him, if you're gonna kill somebody with riches, kill somebody worth killing for. Don't be killing no random person on the street. Like, no, don't do that. Do not do that, because that is just no. That is not cool. So, as I was saying, basically, Valentino had faked his death. You know, he faked his death, and then he drank the ancient blood virus from the Heaven Peck of F.W. Murnau, director of the first ever vampire movie, Nosferatu. That's basically where he got it from. He got that virus in exchange. You know, he gave the virus to him for eternity, so he could live forever, basically. And you know, Valentino's probably, and Valentino probably he had a stunt double basically who died for him, and they were convinced that it was Finn or whatever, because it had, like, you know, green eyes with red streaks. You know, Finn had that type of hair. His hair was flawless, y'all. I was here for it. But they basically Valentino and Natasha went back to LA and went back to pick Countess up, you know, and basically, but I think this was back to present day. Basically, March went to visit, you know what I mean? He basically visited Countess every other month or whatever the case may be. And he basically, you know, they found it because they meet every month or whatever, talk about different things, or, you know, they got a lot going on. But it says that let's see, you know what's fucked up? He had also let her know that she never truly fancied her dead husband, basically, as much as her original dead lover. You know, and Countess was pissed off about it, because she basically felt like, wow, you betrayed me, and I really was beginning to trust you. I didn't love you like that, and you knew that. But the fact you were that salty, and the fact that you were so pressed that I didn't have the same feelings for you, really, you would really do some dirty things like that to me just to hurt me, only because I don't love you the way you love me, type of situation. That's what that type of situation was like. And then John, y'all, every time onto the John segment of this video, every time I see that bitch Alex, I get pissed off. My blood begins to boil, because she honestly irks my whole nerves. I never thought there would be one American Horror Story character that I could hate as much as I hate. But I hate that fucking bitch with everything in me, okay? I just want to jump into the TV. I want to grab her by her hair. I want to take her ugly ass face, and I want to ram it right all in every wall, every closet, also in my tired ass TV. That's what I want to do to her, because it only seems to me that she only gives a damn about one person, and that is Holden. And I'm sorry, I understand it was hard on her when she lost him, but don't act like you only have one child. You have 2 children, and you are a horrible mom, and you're a horrible wife. And you know what? I hope John slaps the shit out of you when he finds out the truth. And he better find out the truth. I'm going to be pissed off and very, very angry. But anyway, he basically checked himself into the, he basically checked himself into the insane asylum, basically admitting that he was crazy. But he's only there. But his secret motive was to figure out who the 10 Commandments killer is. But, out of nowhere, this young lady named Wes, she's been a vampire since '86. She hits up with him and she's talking to him. She's like, if you promise to get me out of here, I can lead you to where the 10 Commandments killer stays at. And so that's basically, and then they talking back and forth, and he's like, oh, you're too young, and this, that, and the third. And she's like, no, I'm not. She was explaining to him, breaking down. She was like, I've had to feed. And she said, I don't want to feed anymore. I don't want to kill people anymore. I don't want to do it anymore, basically. And he was like, you don't have to do this anymore, blah, blah, blah. Just take me to where he is. He won't hurt you anymore. You don't have to do this anymore. And she basically took him to, she took him to where he stayed at. And I don't know why the hell, but she was walking right in the road. And she purposely ran into the road and got ran over. I think it was a bus. A bus ran her over or something. Yeah, she ran in front of a bus. And at that point, John, you should have figured out you're the 10 Commandments killer, but you just don't realize it. Like, boo-boo, I'm going to need for you to get your head together, mama, okay? Boo-boo, I'm going to need for you to get it together because clearly you're the 10 Commandments killer, but you're still yet trying to blame everybody else but yourself. You need to see and check and understand what's going on because you're the 10 Commandments killer. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's the truth. But anyways, I love you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this review. I had to do this review like 3 times so I wouldn't come off as boring or whatever the case may be. I didn't want to come off as boring or whatever. But I had to make sure I got all the information right down from that episode because if that was a lot of information they gave us on the platter. But I'm not complaining. I'm loving this series. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share me everywhere. I would love to get as many subscribers as I can. It doesn't matter to me if I have 5, 10, 15, whatever. But I would just love to branch out and to get more and more subscribers, more people to my channel because I do this all for you guys. And, I would love to meet new different people from all over the world. I do this for you guys, and I do it because I love doing this. I've been on YouTube since 2012. I didn't used to make videos constantly like I do now, but that's only because I had like a lot of stuff going on then. I used to do it for, hobby or whatever, but now it's my job. It's what I love to do because I love making you guys happy and I love giving you guys good content like you deserve. But anyways, I love you guys and I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will be back for American Horror Story Hotel Season 5 Episode 8 review on Thursday. Don't forget it, on Thursday, and I'll be back for Empire Season 2 finale on Thursday. Anyways, God bless you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.